The BMW 3 Series has long been the benchmark of compact luxury sports sedans, as many other luxury auto manufacturers envy the legendary reputation of BMW's iconic and most reputable vehicle. While the 3 Series has been in this current generation for quite some time, should you choose it over its countless competitors? Well, let's go ahead and find out and take a closer look at this 2018 BMW 3 Series. Starting off, the F30 generation of the 3 Series has been out since the 2012 model year. BMW gave the vehicle a mid-cycle refresh just a couple of years ago, and they updated the technology and features for the vehicle. Styling of the 3 Series is classic with clean-cut and well-sculpted front and rear fascias, and slotting as BMW's smallest sedan, you'll find it to be highly comparable to many other vehicles in its class in terms of size. This exterior color of the 3 Series is known as the black sapphire metallic, with smart key access on the driver's door as well as the front passenger door. And here's the key fob for the vehicle. You have your unlock as well as your lock, your button to release your trunk, and your panic alarm. And we also do have a black leather interior with red contrast stitching on the side bolsters and red piping. And you do have your power adjustable driver's seat with power recline and power lumbar. And you also do have memory seat settings for 2 people, and you have power adjustable side bolsters as well, and manual thigh extension. All right, stepping on inside of the 3 Series here. Still a fairly good looking cabin design, but it's starting to show its age just a little bit. And you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. You have a full leather wrapped steering wheel. And coming to your transmission, 8-speed automatic, and in typical BMW fashion, you go down for drive, up for reverse, and you also do have manual shiftability via the shift gate here or the paddle shifters, and then you also do have your button for push for park. It's easy as that. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the headlights as well as the fogs and the hazards. Go and check out the exterior of the 3 Series. All windows are fully automatic. Pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. And to release the hood, you have to release this 2 times. Heated exterior side mirrors with LED side turn signal indicators. And you also do have your 18-inch alloy wheels with high gloss black accents on the spokes. And coming up front here on the 3 Series, you'll find LED headlights as well as LED daytime running lights, LED turn signal indicators, and LED fogs, as well as front parking sensors. And you also do have side cameras right here on the fenders, and a blacked out kidney grille. With ours being the 330i model, it comes equipped with the very familiar 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that produces a pretty healthy 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Those seeking extra power can opt for the 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder, and you can also go for the less powerful 2-liter found in the 320i model. EPA estimates are rated at a pretty good 24 in the city and or on the highway. You also do have your shark fin antenna on the top, and coming to the rear, you'll find LED taillights with LED turn signal indicators, rear parking sensors, and rear reflectors as well. EPA estimates, like I said, you're looking at 24 in the city and 34 on the highway. Total vehicle price for our particular 3 Series is $53,170, and the final assembly point for this vehicle is actually in Africa. The country of origin for the engine and transmission, you're looking at Germany, and the overall vehicle score from the government 5-star safety ratings is a 5 out of 5. And of course you have all of your basic power necessities, including your power windows, power mirrors, which also power fold, and your power door locks are located up on the dash. Interior quality of the 3 Series has never really been a significant issue with this latest generation especially, and you'll find that there's plenty of soft touch materials that abound inside of the cabin in all of the necessary places, like on the upper door panel where you might rest your elbows, and the mid door panel, as well as the armrest here, and on top of the dashboard too. And overall it's a fairly well built interior with pretty solid construction. The steering wheel design here is also pretty stylish yet simple simultaneously. On the left side of the steering wheel you'll find your cruise control buttons, and then on the right side you'll find your steering wheel mounted audio controls and Bluetooth phone controls. And it also manually tilts and telescopes with a fairly good range of adjustment. Up here you have your automatic German rearview mirror with garage home link, as well as your integrated compass, LED map lights, SOS Safety Connect, as well as your sunroof with your sunroof controls. And you'll also find dual zone automatic climate control with the controls facing more towards the driver, which features pretty good ergonomics here. You have your adjustable temperatures, and you can also synchronize them as well, and your adjustable fan speed levels and different zones, and 3-stage heated seats for the driver as well as the front passenger. And you also do have your front window defroster buttons as well as your rear window defroster too. And you have your dual cup holders, and down here you'll also find your adjustable driver selectable modes like your Sport and Eco Pro, and then your traction control off, and then your parking sensors. And then you can also turn on the camera anytime you would like, which is pretty cool. And then you also do have your controls for the iDrive system, the main dial with the buttons surrounding it here. And then you'll also find a decent amount of center console storage for a compact luxury sedan. And then you have your USB charging port too. And the center console is also soft touch. The seats in the 3 Series are also fairly comfortable and pretty supportive and good for long road trips, and you'll find that they're pretty soft, and visibility out of the vehicle is pretty good. Tons of glass area all around, no sloping roofline like how you'll find on most sedans nowadays, but decent amount of glass area on the front windows, and seeing out the windshield is pretty easy, as well as rearward visibility. Plenty of visibility out of there. Coming to the main infotainment system and head unit, this is the iDrive system from BMW, and we've seen this many times here before, but this is their latest iteration of their head unit here. And it's all controlled by mainly the dial and then the buttons surrounding it as well. And what's also very convenient is this back button when you're switching in between the different menus. Coming to your different audio sources, you do have all of the norm from the AM, FM, satellite radio, CD player, and then your Bluetooth streaming audio. And then you also do have your music collection too that you could store on here, and your USB port with iPod integration, tone that you can also adjust from the treble, balance, bass, fader, and then equalizer settings too. Then you can also manage your mobile devices and then personalize your menu. In communication, you can view your recent calls, contacts, dial by number, BMW roadside assistance, and BMW messages. Navigation, where you can enter in your address by voice or you can manually put it in. Then your recent destinations, and then trips, settings, park now too. And the map quality is also pretty good. And you'll also find that there is 3D rendering of buildings, and you do have a Google Earth-like type view. And it also shows you live traffic, points of interest, all that good stuff. And then you can also change the map content and change the map views too. And then you have your interactive map. You can also view your traffic info. And then we have your connected drive, which is for your BMW roadside assistance, BMW messages, and your connected drive store. And then vehicle apps, onboard apps such as weather, news, online search, wiki, local, Yelp, and your My News and Flickr, as well as your Park Now. And then your My Vehicle, many iDrive settings, such as you could change from the language, touchpad, displays, date and time, units, and you can change it like the consumption from miles per gallon to kilometers per liter. and then miles from kilometers, and from horsepower to kilowatts. And then tone notifications, pop-ups, and you can do a software update. And then vehicle status, like your tire pressure monitoring, and other vehicle information, and driving information, like your trip computer, and then your onboard owner's manual. And you could search whatever you like about anything about the vehicle. And then notifications, any notifications about the iDrive system or anything like that. And then you also do have your digital clock in the upper right-hand corner. But overall, you'll find that the iDrive system is fairly intuitive and pretty user-friendly. Coming to the gauge cluster and instrumentation here, it does feature a digital display. On the left, you'll find your fuel gauge as well as your speedometer, and then on the right, your tachometer and your coolant temperature. And down there, you have your exterior temperature readout, and it also shows you what safety technologies are active or not. And then right here, you do have your automatic start-stop system off button, which you could turn off at any time you would like, which is pretty cool, as the automatic start-stop system can be slightly intrusive at times. Interior quality does follow through in the rear, and you also do have rear adjustable headrests for all 3 seats here. And when sitting back here in the 3 Series, you'll find a decent amount of legroom, and headroom is pretty good too. And you also do have your dual map pockets, rear air vents, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. The seats themselves are a little on the firmer side, and then you do have your rear center armrest with cup holders as well, and your LED map lighting back here. So with the superb